morning, soul family. How are y'all doing today? Blue sky after we had a fire yesterday was awful. It was burning through. It came up so quick, the wind. I took videos of it. I was sitting in here working, right? And I had this closed because of the heat. I keep it, the blind I dropped down and I shut my shutters in the afternoon. But my eyes started to burn and I was starting to get nauseous and I thought, what is going on? And I look up and I was so busy working I wasn't paying attention. I was doing readings and I look up. The whole sky was just brown with smoke and the sun was blotted out. It was incredible. I watched this in a dream several years ago. So this is a time frame that I've watched. And I'm going to show you guys your choices today. There's 4 choices. You can do them by item, or you can do them by Zodiac sign. Air, earth, fire, water. Air, earth, fire, water. I am going to write this down because I'm going to forget that and I don't want to. Air, earth, fire, water. Okay, that has to stay there. And there's a reason and I don't know what it is. But I want you to look at this. This is Malachite. This is Amazonite. This is, oh, come on, Sherry. I just had it in my head. I'm hearing psychedelic in my head. Why am I hearing psychedelic? That's interesting for fire signs. Oh, come on. Okay, I got to think about what that is. I know what it is. And what's interesting is this is Amazonite. This isn't Amazonite. This is, oh, I'm getting myself confused here, and I almost lost that screen that I can't lose. Think about that. There's a message in that about what I just said. Anyway, look at the colors. I'll figure out what they are. There's a, I almost lost the screen. I almost lost the screen. I can't lose. I almost lost the screen. I can't lose. So while you guys are thinking about these particular messages, choices, I'm going to tell you what I'm getting from Spirit, and whoever it applies to will understand. I'm certain it's going to be more than one person. So I'm being shown a scenario. I'm being shown people in a job, and what I'm shown actually is it's men, but it could be, masculine energy. I don't know, but I am shown men, both in a job where they're making money, they're good where they are, but in order to stay in that place, they have to stay with someone they're not in love with. Or they have to give up the one that they love in order to stay there. Or if they leave that job, let's see, how does this go? No, they will have to leave that job if they want to be with the person they want to be with. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, so they will have to leave that job if they want to be with the person that they know they want to be with. But that's the only place they're making money. So this is interesting to me because clearly it's about trusting in Spirit to take care of you, right? And you could say, okay, great. Well, I haven't been making any money, right? I haven't been making any money, and now I am making money, and I'm doing well. I'm making a lot, or I'm finally getting on my feet. And if I walk away from this, I'll lose everything. And that goes along with the messages that we've been getting from Spirit. You've got this opportunity. It's amazing. And you're scared. Remember I said it felt like jumping off on a bungee cord off, and I said, I can't do it. My heart would explode. Well, it's kind of that. It's that. And Spirit's saying, yes, you need to do it. They want you to do it, right? So that's how big of a decision this is. Now, there's also more complications in this. Imagine a scenario of, when you are with this person, you feel like a movie star, and they look at you like a movie star. And when you're with that person, you look at them like they're a movie star, and you feel less than. So, and I've seen this in 2 different scenarios. It's interesting, like literally. And it goes it's both things. It's what I'm watching cross over is the men and the women. One of the guys feels like a movie star when he's with this person who looks at him like he's just incredible, like he's limitless. And it's the same situation I see with the female. When she is in the presence of this person, she feels like a movie star and he looks at her that way. what I'm watching and what I think is going on is, well, things have changed now. Things have altered. Someone who once thought you were like a movie star no longer sees you that way. And someone who once felt like a movie star in your presence no longer feels that way, which is good, because what's supposed to happen is it's not about the money. It's not about the money, and it's not about needing to feel like a movie star or looking at someone like they're a movie star. Because if you look at someone like they're a movie star, it's like they're better than you, right? And you're looking up to somebody and you're not on the same level. So what Spirit is doing is, this is all about balancing things, leveling things all the way down to the ground level, to where everybody feels the same. It's all about self-love, right? It's about ascending to the highest level so that you can walk in as a pauper and feel like a movie star, right? It doesn't affect you. I could walk into, and it's interesting because I'm in that place right now and it feels really good. It does. I mean, there are places that you would go that you would feel more, better, right? You would feel like you stand out. You feel like you stand out. And it's a good feeling. But you have learned to love yourself to the point where if you walked into the other crowd, you feel no less for yourself. And that's where I am right now, and it feels really good. Now, it has nothing to do with my body, because I am insecure about my body. I'm aging, right? I'm older. My skin is older. My body is not, I've got a nice shape, but it's not super, tight. It's not perfect. That way, a young body. But that's not what I'm looking at. I'm comfortable in my own skin. So that's when you know you're ready for something good. I got that this morning. I was like, wow, So then it comes down to, are you really going to allow money to control your heart? Well, yeah, I've got to be realistic here. I've got to make a living, right? Well, do you not trust in Spirit? So what it comes down to is the person who has no problem walking away from the money to go follow their heart and is on their spiritual path. Because the one that is afraid to walk away from the money is not spiritual. They're not thinking spiritually, and they're not trusting in Spirit. Now, what I have watched in these two circumstances, which is really intriguing, is that the ones that are afraid of walking away from the money both have incredible amounts of talent and will be very successful if they go to where their heart is calling them. But it's all about trusting in Spirit. Isn't that cool? That's why the two kittens that we kept getting, that you got to make a choice between the two. And that's another thing. You look at them both, and both have qualities that you love, and both have qualities that don't work for you. So how do you make this choice? You follow your heart. Well, what are the qualities that work for you in this relationship? Is that something that, like with one, oh my God, the sex is off the chart. It's off the chain. No, I can't use that because I have to have good sex with somebody. I'm not going to go with anybody if I don't have good sex. So let me think. Let's do this again. With one person, they're very, very intelligent. They're very, very business savvy. They've got it together. The other person is lighthearted and fun. So with one, they inspire you to your inspiration is to grow and be successful. And the other one, your inspiration is to grab life and enjoy it. Well, it's clear what I'm going to do, right? I would go and grab life where I could enjoy it, because I've never been affected by money. And I don't have to worry about anyone else helping me grow as far as status or as far as my profession, because I work for Spirit and I trust in Spirit 100%. And so my trust is there. So I follow my heart. Now, say I have these two people as options in front of me. One has a mindset of being focused on material in the world. Wait, I lost it. Hold on. Well, we already know where I'm going, right? I follow my heart. And I follow my spiritual path. I trust in Spirit, like big time. So the reason, I know that it's scary because it is scary. It is scary. I told you, I don't want to jump off of a I can't. Spirit would literally have to shove me. So the song that we got yesterday, remember the two guys? And it could represent two girls, right? We're not talking about one specific here. One of them, both of them want this person, right? One of them said to go away and is going back and forth, is up and down, back and forth. But that may be the process of natural selection. Spirit may be using that as the way that the one gets eliminated out of the scene. Here we go. At 10 minutes and 28 seconds in, we go to the first pile, which is, and I wrote it down because I'm so stinking smart, air. Okay. It's natural selection, because if that one, like say if it were my case, if one chose to go not follow their spiritual path, and okay, so one of them has something that you really love, you love doing, you love it, it makes you, it's fun for you, but it's not keeping you on your spiritual path. The other one does. So we all know, and that's a tough one, because there are things that I miss really, really bad that I really want in my life, but I know that when I had it, I wasn't on my spiritual path, right? So basically it boils down to, you're going to choose a spiritual person, or you're going to choose a person who's more concerned with their finances or with the world. It doesn't even have to be finances, just worldly, desires. The song that came to mind, and you guys are just gonna have to wait because there's a message coming. It was George Michael. George Michael's been coming up a lot. The other day, what was it? I Want Your Sex, right? So somebody's got sex on the brain. This one is Careless Whisper. So this is, I feel so unsure as I take your hand and lead you to the dance floor. As the music dies, something in your eyes calls to mind a silver screen and all its sad goodbyes. I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet have got no rhythm. Though it's easy to pretend, I know you're not a fool. I should have known better than to cheat a friend and waste a chance that I'd been given. So I'm never gonna dance again the way I danced with you. Time can never mend the careless whispers of a good friend. To the heart and mind, ignorance is kind. There's no comfort in the truth. Pain, is that all you find? I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet have got no rhythm. Though it's easy to pretend, I know you're not a fool. I should have known better than to cheat a friend and waste a chance that I'd been given. So I'm never gonna dance again the way I danced with you. With or without your love, tonight the music seems so loud. I wish we could lose this crowd. Maybe it's better this way. We'd heard each other with the things we'd want to say. We could have been so good together. We could have lived this dance forever. But now, who's gonna dance with me? Please stay. I'm never gonna dance again. So this is somebody who went after the movie star, or who went after the comfort, or who went the easy way, or who felt less about themselves, so didn't even take a risk. But somebody cheated a friend. A friend. Who was your true friend? The message that comes down to me is, who loved you when you didn't have anything? Who was there with you and stood by you when you didn't have anything? Who didn't treat you any different, even though you didn't have anything? Is that the friend you cheated? Because you wanted to go to where the money was, to where the success was, to where people made you feel better, big about yourself, because you always wanted to fit in, and you walked away from a true friend. Somebody's begging somebody to stay, and they've got guilt weighing heavily upon their mind. This is the first song that came up, and there's going to be another. I'm hearing it in my head right now, and it's rolling around. It's called it's interesting. A song came on last night to me, and it was Gordon Lightfoot's If You Could Read My Mind, Love, what a tale my thoughts could tell. And it's really intriguing, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. There's a reason I'm saying this, you guys, so I'll timestamp this, I do, if you don't want to deal with this whole thing. I shared it last night because I was awakened in the middle of the night, and it came to my mind, and I know this song very well. My mom used to have this record when I was a little girl, and I used to play it again and again. Gordon Lightfoot. If you could read my mind, love, what a tale my thoughts could tell, just like an old-time movie about a ghost from a wishing well. In a castle dark or a fortress strong with chains upon my feet, you know that ghost is me. And I will never be set free as long as I'm a ghost that you can see. If I could read your mind, love, what a tale your thoughts could tell, just like a paperback novel, the kind that drugstores sell. When you reach the part where the heartache comes, the hero would be me. Heroes often fail, and you won't read that book again because the ending is just too hard to take. I walk away like a movie star who gets burned in a three-way script. Remember, we kept getting there's a three-way situation. Three ways doesn't have to be three different people. It can be your work. It can be whatever takes you away from, or from a relationship. Enter number 2, a movie queen, to play the scene of bringing all the good things out in me. See, that movie queen brought the good things out in this one. But for now, love, let's be real. I never knew I feel this way, and I've got to say that I just don't get it. I don't know where we went wrong, but the feeling's gone, and I just can't get it back. If you could read my mind, love, what a tale my thoughts could tell. Just like an old-time movie about a ghost from a wishing well, in a castle dark or a fortress strong, with chains upon my feet. The story always ends, and if you read between the lines, you'll know that I'm just trying to understand the feeling that you left. I never knew I feel this way. I never knew I feel this way. Okay, I got chills all over my body. The interesting part is I always thought the song said I never knew I felt this way. I feel this way. This person still feels this way. I don't know where we went wrong, but the feeling's gone and I just can't get it back. You have to make your mind up about what this means to you. And now another song comes. It's a country song. Love Me by Colin Ray. So the lyrics, this I've seen in dreams. So I read a note my grandma wrote back in 1923. Grandpa kept it in his coat and he showed it once to me. He said, boy, you may not understand, but a long, long time ago, Grandma's daddy didn't like me none, but I loved your grandma so. We had this crazy plan to meet and run away together, get married in the first town we came to and live forever. But nailed to the tree where we were supposed to meet instead, I found this letter and this is what it said. If you get there before I do, don't give up on me. I'll meet you when my chores are through. I don't know how long I'll be, but I'm not going to let you down. Darling, wait and see. And between now and then, till I see you again, I'll be loving you. Love me. I read these words just hours before my grandma passed away, in the doorway of a church where me and Grandpa stopped to pray. I know I'd never seen him cry in all my 15 years, but as he said these words to her, his eyes filled up with tears. If you get there before I do, don't give up on me. I'll meet you when my chores are through. I don't know how long I'll be, but I'm not going to let you down, darling. Wait and see. And between now and then, till I see you again, I'll be loving you. Love me. Between now and then, till I see you again, I'll be loving you. Love me. Now, what's so amazing about these two songs is that these words are being spoken by one person, I know, and sung by another. And I've seen all of this in my dreams before. It's so interesting. I danced with somebody's grandmother who was in spirit. I danced with her, and she looked just like him. But she said I looked just like him. And then the other one, who'd gone off to do his work, and I go off to do my work. Are they the same person, or are they two different people? And the movie star who got burned in a three-way script. I'm leaving the songs for you to figure out what it means for you. So at 18 minutes and 47 seconds in, the message is Citrine. Interesting. Citrine's been coming up quite a bit. Where's my Citrine? I had it out yesterday. Citrine, this is dull. It's been put in the water. It shouldn't. It's normally very sparkly. I have green Citrine here. But this is the green Citrine. It's kind of yellowy green. I'm not going to go into the whole depth of what Citrine stands for. If you want to look it up, you guys can look it up. I've talked about it so many times that it's there. And and Malachite is also, for some reason, your stone. Green is the heart chakra. Green is healing. Citrine is solar plexus. I am worthy, I am capable. But the message from Citrine is speaking to you about your finances. I just spoke about, how people are concerned about these finances, right? And the financial concerns, things that you've been stressing out so much, they're going to start dissolving. really quickly. And there's going to be a steady stream of abundance coming into your life. And it's not just money. It's going to come in as far as creativity. It's going to come in as far as ideas, which is actually bigger than just the money, because it's going to give you the impetus to grow and give you the ability to bring in much, which is what I watched. It's also about healing. That's why the Malachite shows up. A great abundance of healing is pouring in at this time. So you're being asked to let go of any fear that you've been holding on to. And everyone, like, let go of that bungee cord. Oh my God, there's no freaking way, right? Whatever you're worried about, or any guilt that you're holding on to. What are you feeling guilty about? Anything to do with your money, anything to do with, maybe you feel like, you know, on my spiritual path, I shouldn't be thinking about money and wealth. Wrong. You don't have to be poor to be a spiritual person. As a matter of fact, I would much rather be very wealthy than be struggling. Who wants to worry about bills, right? It's a blessing. So no, don't have any guilt about that. And don't have any fear because I don't see it in front of me. Spirit's showing you. This is your opportunity to prove to yourself, have I ascended to the place where I actually trust in Spirit, or what? Am I walking my walk and talking my talk, or am I just blowing the smoke up my ass, saying all the things but not trusting in it? Because if you trust Spirit and you are on your spiritual path, you know you'll be taken care of. See, I trust in Spirit 100%, no matter how scary it gets. I've been down too many times and had Spirit carry me, and that's why it happens. And that may be your test, and that may be why it's such a big risk for you to walk away from the job that is holding the purse strings. Do you trust in Spirit enough? Do you believe in your belief system? Do you actually trust in your spiritual path? Or are you in name only? So be grateful for the abundance that's about to come in, because it is coming. And Spirit wants you to be honorable with what, and stand in your integrity with how you use it, disperse it, and handle yourself. Don't allow it to change you. Put it to good use. And use it for not just, helping other people, but for you. Give yourself a break. Yes, you deserve it. You deserve to have everything. We all do. Deserve to have everything our heart is asking for. So recognize that we have this ability. We have the ability to manifest this. It's what we believe in our heart. It's what you truly, truly believe is what comes to you. Whether this abundance is love, friendship, ideas, prosperity, wealth, health, all of this. I'm looking at this stone, the shape of it, and it looks like a square, like it's actually rectangular, but I'm looking at 4 corners. This is like the 4 of wands, which would represent celebration, abundance. And every time I look at it, I always say all 4 corners on the ground. Spiritual, emotional, physical, financial. Grounded. All 4 corners. Safe. So pay attention to what you think, pay attention to what you do, and recognize that you are the one that's manifesting this into your life. Or not manifesting it. You are the one that's blocking it. You may be holding on so tightly to the money that you are not getting the love. You may be holding on so tightly to where someone is worshiping the ground you walk on that you're not getting what you want. You're pushing something away if you don't have it. You're blocking it somehow. How is that? Surrender. Wow. Reconciliation. Someone from your life, from your past, is returning to your life. Well, I've seen that. I know that for a fact. Now, as I talked to you about the ones, listen to the songs I spoke to you guys about, right? There is a reconciliation that's going to be taking place. But is it a reconciliation to say, I'm sorry for how I behaved, but the feeling's gone, and I just can't get it back. I don't know why. Or is it going to be the one who has gone out to try and pull their life together and get on their spiritual path and has done their work and has said, I'll be loving you. Between now and then, until I see you again, I'll be loving you. Love me. Is it that one? Or is it the one the ghost that won't be set free as long as you can see them. The one that's not capable of reading your mind, the one that wants to, that's trying to energetically connect but can't seem to get through. The one who feels like, I should have been a hero, I could have been a hero, I was a hero, but heroes have failed. And you won't look back because it hurt too much. The ending was too hard to take. So then you walk away like a movie star who gets burned in a 3-way script. Now think about that. Remember yesterday, we got the 2 guys in the song, right? Both want this love. One is ego-filled. One pushed the other way and says, I can't stand it, I need you, I'm going crazy. The other one wanted it, but there's one that's filled with ego. One, we don't know what the reconciliation is going to be. The reconciliation could be coming back together to stay together, or the reconciliation could be to just, a peaceful resolution. We're reconciling our differences. It's closure is what it is. One is a ghost. In this picture, look, it's the girl that's the ghost that the guy's holding on to. But if you flip it, it could be a ghost that's a guy that the girl is holding on to. It's just a ghost. The feelings were there, yes, but for some reason it just didn't work. You weren't lined up. The reconciliation is also spiritual. It may not even happen in the physical. It could happen. I felt this morning because I've been doing this. I have been going through this reconciliation, and it's been completely spiritual. And I don't think that the person is actually able to get to me. I think that this person is not seeing. They're not able to read my mind, but I am. I am connected, and it's a healing. It's a letting go. So you may do that. You may energetically heal and reconcile. Because remember the message I had to, the most difficult thing was saying, I forgive you to someone who never said that they were sorry, right? So the reconciling might be that. It could be a reconciliation between, I was going to say your own self, like parts of yourself coming back together. But I don't think so. It's definitely about somebody that you have a very strong connection to. And this one that's coming back, forgiveness is going to be required. Whether they say they're sorry or not, right? Wow, I watched this in my dream last night, the white rose. Okay, I've got to go in my dream. I've got to see who it was. Somebody was taking pictures of that white rose. God. Dreams, you guys. Pay attention to your dreams. They're so... My dreams are insane. Oh my God. Hold on a second. Remember the miller that wanted the miller's daughter who bragged and said that the child could spin gold? Remember that? I just went to pull up my dreams, and this is what was on the cover. Wrenching 911 call released in death of miller's child. That miller's child. 911 releasing in the death of the miller's child. That child who was expected to do that. The one that had to forfeit their child because of what the parent put upon them. Remember the promises that we are that we inherit, and Spirit says you're not obligated to keep those promises. If you were tricked, if you were manipulated, if it was something like that, it is not even honorable for you to keep that promise because it isn't your promise to keep. The death of that miller's child meant that child did not keep the promise. This is a really good message. The father, it's a wrenching 911 call, 911, emergency. The father would be upset. But the child didn't keep that promise. And the death is that child's or that person's rebirth. They have died to their old way of being and they have stepped into their own power. That is a really, really powerful, amazing message. Wow. That's awesome. Somebody made the right call. So the rose, I have to look and see what the rose is. There's something about, there's traffic on the road. I get up to the corner, so there's a corner. When you turn a corner, it's like a fork, a corner in your life. You can't see around the corner. You're going to turn a corner. You're going to change direction. There's a motorcycle bike that's down. So somebody was recklessly driving. That's what motorcycles represent. Freedom, recklessness, kind of wild energy. The motorcycle was down. I looked to the side, and it was a cop that crashed his bike. The person I know is standing, and the cop walks over. I said, "Did you crash?" He shows us his leather gloves. They're scratched. Now the gloves are leather. They protect him. So when you move forward in your path in life, that's how what vehicles represent. So the motorcycle would be you're moving recklessly through your life very quickly. It's also exhilarating, right? It's a rush, adrenaline junkie. But you crashed that bike. So the way that you were going on your path, you crashed. You're not dead though. You weren't hurt. Your leather gloves were scratched up, but you're safe. So the leather gloves represent putting something over your feelings. Your fingers are what help you feel. You protected your feelings. You crashed your bike, but your feelings were protected. So you were trying to protect your feelings. You may have crashed, but you weren't, your feelings, so you crashed, but it didn't hurt you. It didn't hurt you. So like that Miller's child that died, right? I saw that. He died. But he died to his old way of life. He wasn't hurt. He was protected because he made the right choice. Now, what was interesting at that time was, and I didn't write it down in my dream, isn't that interesting? I remember walking up and taking pictures of white roses with my phone. Why? Okay, we're going to have to allow it to come out. Well, white represents coming clean. It represents purity. It represents innocence. It represents goodness. I'm drawn to ask what the Bible feels about white. Righteousness. And what's interesting is I'm looking at this green stone. The color white represents righteousness, but in the spiritual sense, green is also symbolic of resurrection, because you think of the spring and how the trees die and the leaves are all gone, but in the spring they come back to life. That person who went down on their path, on their motorcycle, but they were protected, the miller's child who made the right choice, didn't keep that promise, was resurrected. This is amazing. This is amazing. Man, I love my dreams. When I talk about things like this, and when I give you guys songs like this, you will later be getting messages. Spirit will continue to bring you messages, and it's regarding these things. Somehow, I don't know how it will work for you, but I do know that white represents innocence, light, goodness. You think about it, white light, it's bright, right? We wrap ourselves in white light. It's protection, it's faith, it's spirituality, it's humility, it's protection, softness, everything white. I was taking pictures of that white rose when I was walking around outside where maybe it's me making a choice, right? I'm not going to keep the promise that I gave. I turned a corner and something was different. I chose to go to the light. I will always stay on the light. So this one is taking a breath from this white rose. Remember, stop and smell the roses. They're very, very tuned in. They're tapped in. Their third eye is ignited. They're hearing love. The pearls of wisdom are around their neck. There's healing. They're seeing healing. Their eyes are seeing the truth. Forgiveness is the most powerful tool you have to lessen your burden and heal your life. Simply be willing. Your willingness creates a space for miracles to occur. Someone's coming back, and it's going to require forgiveness. And it's perfect timing. Now's the time, wow, for the reconciliation, and there will be forgiveness. Okay, at 35 minutes and 29 seconds in, we go to, who are we going to? Move the Malachite. Isn't that interesting how the stones, Spirit, I just love how Spirit works with me. I freaking just love it. We're going to Earth. And color. Color's so important. It's so important. It means so much. I love that scene, by the way. You know, when I kept talking about I want to go home, I want to go home, I want to go home, and Spirit, I asked my girlfriend, throw down a couple cards. I forgot that I asked her to do it. I went away and she did, and she came back, and the cards that I kept getting were mountain. Go to the mountain, 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 which of course is meditation, going inside, but here's the mountain again. So when the great wave comes, which may be a decision that you need to make, look at the color, how it's perfect. Look at the mountain. Look at the green healing mountain. Look at the green mountain. I heard that somewhere. Go to the green mountain. Where's the green mountain? I've heard that. Go to the green mountain. Oh my gosh, it's rolling around in my head and it's going to drive me crazy. I need to know what that crystal is for all of us. Go to the green mountain. So, mountain is meditation. It's going within. It's getting still. It is going to Spirit. Spirit is the mountain. Our Father is the mountain. I'm thinking something else right now too, and so the colors. Pay attention to the colors. Why are you drawn to the colors that you are? Like, why was I drawn to the colors this morning? See how that works? I looked at a lot of different things this morning. I walked around in my house and I was thinking, what can I use today? What can I use to pick a card, whatever, you know? And I picked some things up. No, put it back. There were certain reasons. And then I looked at my crystals and why was I choosing those particular crystals? There's a reason. Your higher self knows why you're drawn. Why? Remember I told you the power colors for suits and ties and shirts? Not suits. The ties and the shirts are where you pick the power colors. Why are you drawn to those particular colors? Your higher self knows. It also applies to the food that you choose. I've been choosing avocado lately. Isn't that interesting? Healing. And you think about, and it's basically also your body is telling you what you need. And I need, clearly, avocado for healing in my body. As a vegetarian, I had a really hard time because I didn't know how to eat properly, and I hurt my body really badly. That's why my skin is not as tight as it was, actually. I stopped eating meat and I didn't get the right protein and the right oils, and it lost its elasticity, and it's bugged me. It's really bothering me because I didn't have this, and it's humiliating. It's embarrassing for me. I don't know if I'm told, you know, our bodies are brilliant. Our bodies are healing, right? We're self-healing. But I am a lot older now, so my worry was that I didn't know if I would be able to get that back, the elasticity. But avocado is one of the things that you need that I was lacking. So my body is drawing me to that. So for you, also, when you go to pick out your clothes, why are you choosing that outfit? I don't know, but you put it on for a reason. There's a reason. So pay attention to what are you wearing today? What colors are you wearing today? I'm wearing pink. Heart chakra healing. Love, right? And what jewelry do you choose? And why do you wear it? What are the colors of that jewelry? But I feel like your clothes, mostly. because people pay more attention to their clothes. This might be Aventurine, which I find funny because it's about the spirit of adventure in the Green Mountain. Go to the Green Mountain, and it's in the shape of the mountain. It could be. Look at the colors on this card. Green, turquoise, the earthy colors, the rosy colors. When I look at this, it looks very natural. These are natural colors to me. These aren't enhanced colors to me. These are colors that I would see in nature. So again, that's pointing out the importance of nature as far as a healing place to be. I know that I'm almost certain that this is Aventurine. So the colors will affect your mood. They either will enhance your vibration or they will. So then you can use your colors. If you're feeling low, if you're feeling down, choose colors that will lift your vibration. Balance your emotions. Sometimes you look at a color and it has a memory, right? You have a memory with a certain type of situation. So we want to be able to balance. That's what we want. We want balance. That's what this whole reading began with, was about finding balance in our lives. So I'm looking at the color of sand. Like, I know this is water, but I'm looking at sand, right? I'm looking at the beautiful colors. Wisconsin has the most beautiful sky. The sunsets are insane. I've never ever seen such beautiful sunsets. The colors are just, they are psychedelic. They don't even look like they could be real. But right now, Spirit wants you to use color. They want you to imagine yourself on the beach walking, because the water is the greatest conductor of energy. That's why we have all this water here. It can be a lake, it can be an ocean. And the breeze is what you're smelling. Smell because a lake that I love the smell of a lake. It smells amazing, but the smell of the ocean smells amazing as well. So they want you to use this like a meditation. And you feel your feet walking on the sand, whether that sand be of a lake, a river, or the ocean, it doesn't matter. And you're smelling the freshness that comes from that water, and it's washing away your thoughts that are negative, your feelings that are negative. It's bringing balance to you, and you're going to imagine those colors. The certain colors that you're supposed to imagine are the different flames that will affect your vibration. So if you can imagine the violet flame, the blue flame, the pink flame, the green flame, the yellow flame, the orange flame, the ruby flame, the white flame, the golden flame, and the silver flame. These are the flames going through your body. I see them going through like the wind. And as they go through, they enter your body, they become you. So I am the violet flame. I am the blue flame. I am the pink flame. I am the green flame. I am the yellow flame. I am the orange flame. I am the ruby flame. I am the white flame. I am the golden flame. I am the silver flame. And think to yourself, what do these colors mean to me? The violet flame, I am spiritual. The blue flame, I am truth. The pink flame, I am love. The green flame, I am healing. The yellow flame, I am worthy. The orange flame, I can create. I am creative. The ruby flame, I am passionate. The white flame, I am innocent. I am pure. The golden flame, I am worthy. And the silver flame, I am limitless. That's how I see it. How do you see it? Wow, that went on long, you guys. Passion. Wow. Thought this the other day, didn't we? Allow your passion. Allow your heart to feel that passion, and allow your soul to feel that passion. Sing that passion out. I love singing. It's the most favorite. I love singing. Animals singing. Nature. God. My path. What makes you feel passionate? What do you need to do to bring the passion back into your life, into your heart, into your spiritual path, into your health, into your relationship? You are the one that needs to do it. You are the one that's capable, because listen to what we just did. You are all of that. I am passion. right? I am passion. I'm going to allow it to move through my body. And because nobody can bring you that but you. Nobody can make you feel a movie star. No one can make you feel less than a movie star. You are. Above all of that, you are the universe. So allow this passion to go through you, ignite you, and draw you towards what it is your soul is longing for. And and allow that passion within you to draw to you what your soul is longing for. Allow it to bubble up inside of you in your creative pursuits, whatever they may be, whether they be artistic, creative pursuits, whether it be your job, whether it be within your work. Like, I mean, I just said job, but I'm thinking about my spiritual path. There's so many creative ways for me to teach my spiritual work and to do my path, because things are changing. I know that something really big is going to change in my life as far as my spiritual work, but there are many ways that we can do our work. There are many ways that you can do your work. And it doesn't have to be what you have done, even though there's been security there. Maybe that's all you've known, but you have other abilities within you. Spirit just wants you to feel passion in your life. You should feel passionate towards the one you're with. You should feel passionate towards your work. You should feel passionate in your life. If you don't have passion for the one you're with the wrong person. If you don't feel passion for your work, it's not your work. You must feel that passion. You deserve that passion. That's why I will never settle. If you go after your passion, say the things what are you passionate about? I love nature. I love this, my spiritual work. I love crystals. I love animals. I love singing. All of those things will draw me to where that is and to the same kind of people that are drawn to that, right? And then I will be in that arena of what I keep being pulled home to Wisconsin. The music is there. Nature is there. Love is there. Family is there, right? I'm drawn to that. So then I will be brought into an area where I will meet someone. If you're single and looking for someone, go where your passion is. Follow your passion. Don't stuff it. It will draw. You will be in the right place to find the right person for you, because you don't want to go and be somewhere where you're not passionately involved, because that isn't who you are, and then you're drawing to you what doesn't work for you, right? Now, there may be somebody that does the same thing as you, but you don't feel passionate towards them. It doesn't work. You have to have it all, right? You know where you feel this, whether it be towards someone or something. We all deserve that. So surrender. Let go. Didn't I say that before? What do we have to do? We have to surrender. Surrender to the truth is what I just heard. Surrender to spirit if you are walking away from a job that you know is not in your highest good, that is taking away what it is that you must have in your life, or what you are dying to have in your life, you're desperate to have in your life. Surrender to the situation to spirit. My friend, her job, it's killing her. Where she's working, it's brutal. The boss is a control freak, and there's no working with this person. It's awful. And I see it all coming to her. It's right there, but she has to trust spirit. So look, do what you need to do. Make the calls, right? Go after, answer the ads, put an ad out. Do what you're meant to do, and then surrender it to spirit. If you're looking for love, put out there, do all the things that spirit's given us. Come on, look at all the things that we've been speaking about. Use your crystals, pay attention to your colors, pay attention to your dreams. Go to where your heart is calling you. And then surrender it to spirit. If I am meant to go to Wisconsin, I will be given a really good ticket and I will go. If I'm not meant to go, I understand that spirit has something better for me. Same thing with love, same thing with your job. Same thing with some people say, yeah, but I lost the house. I have to move in with my mom. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes losing that house is the best thing that ever happened to you. It was for me. I walked away from my house to follow my spiritual path. I had a 4-bedroom house. It was huge. It was beautiful. I had a pool and a gated community. I had a 4Runner and a convertible, a golden retriever and a cat. I walked away from everything but my cat. I didn't even have him for a while. And I didn't have my car for 2 years. And it was scary, and I had nothing. I had a suitcase, and I lived in a completely different town. But I followed my spiritual path, and I would never for $1,000,000 change what I did. That's my soul family that I ended up with. I keep going back there. What if I had been tied to that house? Oh my God, you're gonna walk away from that? I put $85,000 cash down on that house when I first got to that house. And then God knows how many more thousands of dollars I poured into that place over the 7 years I lived there. Are you tied to your to your material things? My house was filled with antiques. I had beautiful things, and 75% of it was stolen. And the rest was put in a storage unit, and guess what? That was stolen too. I lost everything. Surrender. So when you say, oh my God, you said that this was going my way. If I followed the spiritual path and followed Spirit's advice, that this was going to work out for me, but I ended up losing my house. I lost my job. Yeah, and it was the best thing that ever happened to you. You just don't know it yet. So surrender to Spirit and trust. Whatever the situation is, whatever you've been asking for, surrender your expectations, your plans, because Spirit has better plans. Your fears for sure. Follow the cues. Take the inspired action and stay open. Open heart, open mind. Open heart, open mind. There is a healing taking place. Spirit's plan for your life is far better than anything you could ever imagine. Trust. And be assertive. Go after and do what Spirit has advised you to do. You know what your messages are. You know what applies to you. Spirit has your heart. They know what you need. They know what's best for you. You need to trust. And at 51 minutes and 51 seconds in, okay, you guys, your side information is 51. So 51, we can double it. Keep positive thoughts about the changes that you are desiring and experiencing. See? So you have a desire for this, whatever it is. But you're experiencing possibly this. And you're like, oh my God, right? But keep positive thoughts. Spirit has it handled. This is the coolest stone, isn't it? Oh, I was supposed to tell you guys what this stone was. And it is laserlight quartz, I think. Laserlight quartz, laserlight. I told you it was psychedelic. And it is, isn't it cool? It's really cool. I mean, this is a really cool meditation stone. You would think it was fake, but it's not. It's not fake. Now think about that. Spirit may bring something to you and you're thinking it's too good to be true. But it's not. It's the real deal. It's real. Laserlight quartz. Can I give you anything about laserlight quartz? Gosh, I'm feeling, you know what I'm feeling right now? I'm feeling really spacey. Like really spacey. Like almost like and yesterday I was feeling nauseous and a headache, and then I saw the great fire outside. But I was feeling that before as well. I was feeling someone else's energy. And now I'm feeling this kind of like floating energy. It's almost like I'm in the atmosphere, like I'm weightless. That's what I feel. I feel that weightlessness. You know, like when, have you ever sucked in a helium balloon? That feeling. So what's happening with this, it's interesting. I'm literally, my chakras, I know what's going on. See the colors in here? It's like the colors of the rainbow, right? Those colors that I breathed in, walking on that giant lake. And notice that for me, it was a giant lake. It wasn't the water. It wasn't the ocean. It was the lake. I love the smell of a lake. I prefer lake water. It's clean. And I know that the ocean water is sticky and salty, you know. So, laser light, rainbow quartz. I felt that energy moving through my body, and it's lighted up my chakras. And what's interesting about this particular crystal is that it balances your chakras, all of them. And it increases that force, that life force. So I'm probably feeling it from the colors that I breathed in, but also the fact that I've got this in my hands. And what's interesting is we called in the rainbow, right? The rainbow, the violet ray, all the colors of the ray. This activates that rainbow body within ourselves. It also, you think about, when I look at this, to me this looks like a bubble. Like when you blow bubbles, and you know how bubbles have that color? They have that color, that rainbow color that when they float through the air. So this is about fun. This is about enjoyment. This actually lifts your feelings of enjoyment and fun and childlike innocence. And, ooh, I'm getting prickles in my hands right now. Ooh, it's really activating. I like it. I like it. It is really activating. This is freaking awesome. A sense of humor. It helps you see the sense of humor in things, in life, even, no matter what you're going through. Oh, wow. This is an amazing... Okay, we got Selenite right there, right? About the Selenite tower. And this is also the desert rose. This is made up of Selenite as well. And the lepidolite also has Selenite. Selenite is self-charging. It's self-cleansing. It also cleanses and charges every other crystal. Selenite is speaking about connecting energetically, psychically, which is what I was talking about, how one is not able to, but one is. You can actually see the desert rose right there. See? That's what Selenite, that's Selenite, and that's what the desert rose looks like. And then you see it in spears, right? Like my Selenite wand. Sorry, we're zoomed in quite a bit. You see it like that, right? Little Selenite. So it comes in many, many forms. I have a couple pieces of Selenite here, right? With the kyanite. So if you need to cleanse yourself. Oh, I'm thinking about that white rose that I was taking pictures of. Because think about it. Wow, I'm seeing myself ahead of time. This is the white rose. This is the desert rose that I was taking pictures of. This is what that girl was breathing in, right? In the picture. She's breathing in the truth. She's breathing in the light. She was focused on that, on the truth, on the light, on innocence. Selenite is telling you that you are able to connect psychically, energetically with other people. They don't have to be in your presence. We all are able to do it. I do it all the time. If you feel like there's a block and somebody is having a difficult time connecting with you energetically, you connect with them. You can clear them with Selenite and charge them with Selenite and help the connection strengthen. Through Selenite, through the looking of Selenite, through the visualization of Selenite, and through holding the Selenite, that connection, it's not just connecting with them, what you're doing. You're healing them. You're energetically healing them. So in my dream last night, I was walking around, I watched that person that fell on their bike, that they were protected, and my focus was on the white roses. And then we saw the card with the white roses, and she's breathing that in. She was very focused, right? So focus on who it is, or even a situation. You can send this to a situation, and send that energetic healing to the person or the situation. Imagine this like a telephone wire. Imagine your energetic vibration and your thoughts going across this from you to where you want it to go. Your boss, your partner, your lover, a friend, family member. And you're sending it with love. This is the deepest form of communication on a soul level. It's amazing. It's amazing. We are all connected. The more I learn and the more I work with my clients and I look at my life as I'm healing, as I'm looking back, I recognize how people that don't know each other are connected through me. We are all connected. Our stories are interconnected. It's amazing. We are never separate. We are all one. We are all part of the Christ consciousness. And as we ascend, we begin to recognize how much smaller the distance is. There is no distance. We are connected. So right now, if you're hurting or if you're sad or if you're feeling blocked, the peace that you can find is within you. You can use the crystals of the earth. You can visualize this. And you can pull that connection towards you. This is wonderful as far as people that have gone into spirit as well. You think about the miller's child who went down. Maybe there is a death. You can connect to anyone and anything because the connection is never lost. It's up to you to use your gifts and your ability and your beliefs and your trust in this to connect. You can connect. Call in your mother. I danced with my twin's grandmother. She was in spirit. I saw her. I held her in my arms. I stood up and I held her. I lifted her up. She was in spirit. I connect with my mother. When I call my mother, when you want to call your mother, your grandmother, your sister, your brother, whoever, when I call my spiritual team the other night, I did it again last night. I heard something last night and I said, no, it's not okay. The person that I felt like I was kind of pulling away from, that I felt like I don't want to be in that area. But I felt, no, at this time, I need to connect right now. I called on everyone. I called the Christ consciousness. I called the spiritual team, and I did Reiki again. And I did a whole post, and I went and I sent it out in the middle of the night, and it froze, and it wouldn't go out. And I recognized that healing was sent to everyone. I gave everybody a symbol, and I said, this symbol is Reiki charged, and it was about people that were under spells, that people are using black magic. People are working and using gifts in the dark, holding people, binding them. And you may find yourself confused, and you may find yourself unsure as to why you're unable to move forward, though you know you need to and you want to. They have a spell on you. They literally have a binding spell. You have allowed that to happen because you've either been pulled in through their charm, through their sex, through their gifts, whatever it is. And once you are in their arena, once you have accepted that or taken that in, you have allowed them into your energy. And in doing so, they have compromised you. So you were needing to be cleansed and you were needing to be protected. And that's what I did. The spirit didn't want it going out in a message. It was interesting. I think it was probably maybe going to be too obvious about who I was connecting to. But that it was done. So this is telling you that message needed to come out. There's a lot of that going on right now, that people are using dark energy. And if you don't take control of your own, your physical self, your shell that you are walking in, and you don't command your own spiritual gifts, sex is a really big thing. Sex, drugs, and alcohol. That's why spirit doesn't want us to take alcohol, or they don't want us to pollute our body. They want us to remain pure because it lowers your defenses. Sex is sacred. It should be only with a sacred partner, because you take the energy of everyone that person has been with into your body, and you allow them in. You take on their energy and you allow them in, and they will start working with your body. You don't even realize it. You may have actually pulled yourself away, but they are in your body energetically. Like literally, you have taken their fluids into your body and you have shared your fluids with them. You need to cut cords. You need to cleanse yourself. I saw this one. I put them inside a Selenite cave. I went through everything. Archangel Michael came in. All of the Christ consciousness came forward to protect this one, because they aren't even aware of why they're unable to move forward. They allowed themselves to be compromised. I heard in my dreams quite a while back, he compromised himself and he compromised her. You don't even realize what you're doing. Be very careful with who you associate. Be careful with the words that you take in, that you listen to, the people that you are around. That's why you don't jump in the cesspool to try and clean off that dog. You need to get out of that toxic environment. And that's why when you remove yourself from that toxic environment, it's so important that you stay clear from that type of influence. I kept getting, there's 3 you need to cut away. There are 3 that you need to cut away. You know who they are. Whether in one person that I know, it's their 3 business associates. They play together in a band, and he needs to cut them away and go on his own. They're holding him back. He's hiding behind that, afraid to stretch. The other person, I don't know who they represent, but there are 3. All I know is this Selenite wand will cleanse, it will connect with you, and it will help you. It will protect you. all of that had to come out. It's interesting how Spirit chose to bring that out. Wow, and there you go, codependency, and that's exactly what's going on. The codependency is in both the situations that I watched. One is a work codependency. You're codependent on these people, and it's holding you back. And look at the white. You're dressed in white. Codependencies are affecting your romantic life. You will not have the and look at the lion that's stuck inside this wheel. He's got white rings. Can you see him? He's choking. He's codependent on these people, and it's holding him back. The other is codependent in a relationship, and it went through sex. Another is codependent because of money, and they have. I know that the one that I saw, they have actually been using the occult, dark magic, dark energy, and I don't think the person has any idea. I heard, remember I told you quite a while back, I heard that Pam Leach still has a hold of him. So whoever this Pam Leach represents, I think of Pamela Anderson, because she had, that was her last name, one of the people she was married to. This person was a very beautiful, fake boobs, blonde hair. Actually, I don't know if the hair's blonde. The hair blonde might just have represented bimbo, because I'm seeing bimbo. But it was a very beautiful person that doesn't have a lot of substance, and that person was dabbling in, and what also, oftentimes people are, they come to you and they present themselves as spiritual people, but they are not. You have to pay attention to how they're living their life. Are they walking their walk and talking their talk? They're using binding spells, and I watched them burning leaves. Remember I told you I watched them burning leaves. It's a spell. They're doing sorcery. They're doing witchcraft. Some people they want to call it, oh, it's just earth magic. I'm just working with, no, it's not. Anything that has to do with a binding spell. And you could be working with somebody and they could be telling you, oh, we're just doing, setting out our intentions. But they're sitting there with you and they're actually doing a binding spell on you. So if you're wondering why you're confused, you're unable to stay focused, why you feel like you're blocked and you can't move forward, that's going on. Otherwise, in somebody's life, there could be alcoholism. Who knows what the addictions are? Over workaholism, over dependence on somebody else, somebody unable to move forward in their life because they feel they can't do it without this other person. Could be family, could be a trust fund baby. I'm used to being taken care of. I don't want to go. I don't want to go out and do it on myself. It's easier. I can just get it this way. Whatever it is, codependency is affecting your love life at this time. You need to look at it. And if it's somebody that you care about, you also need to look at it, because you don't want to be involved with somebody that has issues like that. Does your partner have addictions that need to be helped? Do they need to go to rehab? Do they need to go to counseling? Is it possible that because of what's going on in your childhood, or what has happened in your childhood, maybe your parents were addicts, and you're having to take care of them, or you're feeling stuck because of them? A family member that's an addict, and it's affecting your love life. Someone's living in my house, they're not living, they're not working, and you have to recognize that you are not obligated to take care of another adult. There's a time when you have to recognize that it's time for them to go and deal with their own life, and you're not responsible. Remember the vows that you are not obligated to keep, the promise that you're not obligated to keep, or maybe the promise that's been given to you by a parent. It's your responsibility to do this. No, it's not. This person is an adult. This person gets to make their own choices too. And instead of helping them, you're not helping them. You're aiding and abetting them. They need to fall. They need to lose their house. They need to go to jail. They need to experience all of that. That's what is going to help them, not you taking care of them. Whatever it is, somebody has an addiction issue, and there's steps that need to be taken. It could be that you are addicted to somebody. I'm addicted to them, and you'll do anything to have them. That's an addiction. You need to let that go. You need to love yourself first. because you're not able to be truly happy in a codependent relationship. I don't want a codependent relationship. I don't want this. I won't accept this in my life. Soulmate. We just got this the other day. This is your soulmate. The soulmate that you are in harmony with may have codependent issues. You can be codependent on your soulmate. You need to stand on your own. Your soulmate can be your mom. Your soulmate can be your brother, a friend, your partner. This is the kind of soulmate that's healthy, not this kind. So are these the two kittens? One that you're addicted to, or you have this dependency, that they're dependent on you, you feel obligated, but this is where I feel in harmony, where I feel at peace, where I feel comfortable, where I feel at home. Look how wealthy this one is. And they don't have anything. Are you staying in that because of that? I would rather have that. Now, it could be two separate, complete things, right? Somebody in your family has codependent issues, you need to deal with this. Or you need to remove yourself from this. You have a soulmate. And it's beautiful, it's unmistakable, you know it. You feel at peace, you feel comfortable. You guys play beautiful music together. You feel free when you're together. The connection is unmistakable. Your soul now joyously leaps with recognition and sets your heart on fire, welcoming the presence of a great love into your life. Maybe when you can get your addictions under control, your soulmate will step in. Or maybe when you remove yourself from that codependent issue, your soulmate will step in. It's right there, and it's real. Somebody wants to say they're sorry. Or somebody needs to say they're sorry. Maybe addictions were affecting your love life. I'm sorry. I've cleaned up. You are the love of my life. How does it apply to you? Remember? I'm going to go back to that for a second. The hardest thing I ever had to do was accept the apology that I never got and forgive someone that I never got the apology from. You may never get this apology. You may just have to leave this codependent relationship so that you can have that soulmate. I'd say be looking out for the soulmate because it's electric. It's otherworldly. This is going to activate your life force. This is going to bring humor back into your life. This is going to bring fun back into your life, enjoyment. You're going to enjoy yourself. You may not have all of that money and opulence, but she sits alone while her husband's working 24/7. He's a great provider, but I never see him. We don't do anything together. I'm always alone. I will never have this in my life. I don't even see the choice. Like, to me, it doesn't even, I don't even see the choice. It's clear. Crystal clear. At 1 hour and 13 minutes and 25 seconds in, we get our last card. Boy, do we have long readings, eh? Eh? That's the Canadian coming out in me. Amazonite, time to go on the safari. This is the heart. This heart's got chunks out of it. This heart's got blackness in it, but it's very beautiful, very powerful, very strong, and my favorite color. You got a decision to make. Who are you? Let's see. Who are we at? We're at water. So I just did, wow, addictions were affecting my love life. Oh, somebody wants to say sorry to me. Okay, that was Aries back there. So this is water. You got a decision to make, dude from Dudesterville, and check it out. Look at the turquoise that you are. Turquoise. Do you know, I lost my turquoise rings. I had 2 turquoise rings. One I lost at the last house, the house before I moved to Canyon Lake, and the other one is lost in this house. And I want my turquoise back. And I keep saying this out loud. I want my turquoise back. I want my turquoise back. There's a reason, because turquoise means something else. Remember, when I was a little girl, my walls were turquoise, right? Turquoise is also the stone of the Indians. I love turquoise. It's the oldest stone in man's history. It's the talisman of shaman, of kings, of warriors. This is the stone of protection. It's a strong stone, but look how beautiful. And look at the soft, gentle color. This is like a mix. This is like the color of the lake in Switzerland. There was a lake called the Alpsee. Oh, it wasn't Switzerland. It was in Germany. It was by the Neuschwanstein Castle, right there. It was called the Alpsee, Lake Alpsee, right behind the fairy tale castle from Disneyland. This was the color of the water. There was a microorganism that was in the water that made it this color. I want the fairy tale. I want my Native American ties. I want natural beauty. Turquoise is the color of my aura. This is my soul color. This is amazing. The color of the sky and the water, when the sky and the water meet. I've seen that. I've taken pictures like that before. When you know that the Native Americans, this is the big one, right? Turquoise. It's a very, very healing stone. I'm getting prickles in my left hand as I hold in my right. That's interesting to me. Why? In a dream, I watched two people that I knew I was connected to, and they were both riding horses. There's something about horses. I know Indians rode horses a lot, but there's something about horses and this stone. It's a protective stone. So, and I've seen it on bridles. I've seen it on horses decorated with turquoise. It's a protection stone for the rider, the rider. I'm hearing something in my head and it's rolling around. It's driving me crazy. Look at the color of that moon, your intuition, your soul color. This water down here. There's a decision you're trying to make. It's an emotional decision, and you need to pay attention to your intuition in order to make this decision. You need to pay attention to your dreams when you make this decision. What are your dreams showing you? What are you feeling? Remember, I said, I have that little saying that I made up. Sometimes people get lost in the words and they forget the feeling. You need to ask your body a question, and what does it feel? When I get chills on my body, I can't fake them. Sometimes I get chills that are so hard it hurts my skin. So right now, Spirit says, we recognize that you are trying to make a decision. It's dark all around, right? It's probably keeping you awake at night. I see faces. See the face right there? It's right there in the top corner. I'm seeing faces. So it's like you may be hearing voices, and maybe you're getting visions. Maybe you've gotten a vision. Maybe you're going to get a vision, an epiphany. Maybe you've just got your head and heart talking, fighting with this. But whatever it is, this is a decision that you need to make right now. It's a really, really important decision. And it needs to come from the heart and from your intuition. It's going to affect not only you, but everyone around you for a really, really long time. It's a very, very important decision. And so you need to know what it truly is that you want. What do you want? Forget everyone else. Right now you need to be selfish. Right now you need to be selfish. This is about what you want, what you feel. You need to clear your head. You need to, what do I feel? What do I feel? You know, that's why you don't want to just, well, my heart is pulled. My heart, my heartstrings. A lot of people can play your heartstrings. But what do you feel? At the same time as your heart's being pulled by one, you feel something else. You've got to use everything. Use the selenite. It's still sitting here. Clear everything. Connect to your soul. Because, I'm just saying, I know this is my soul color. But that's why it's showing me. It's showing me a heart. It's showing me your natives. Connect to your ancestors. I called in the ancestors of the one I was trying to help. Listen to the ancestors. Listen to your soul. What is your soul longing for? What are you feeling? What are your dreams telling you? What is your intuition telling you? to the Christ consciousness. Ask to connect to the Christ consciousness on a whole. You, all the way right up, back up to spirit, all the archangels that are your brothers and sisters, the ancient ones that walk the earth, the spirit is still here. Your soul path, your soul contract when you came in. You get to change past life contracts. A lot of things that are going on in our life right now are because of the past. My eyes are closed right now. I just realized that. My eyes are closed and tight. I'm connecting to, because right now I'm not looking. I don't want to see what's in front of me, right? So, and I don't mean that as in you don't want to see it, as in you're trying to avoid it. You're blotting that out. I'm closing my eyes and I'm focusing. I'm concentrating. I told you in past lives, I made a mistake again and again. I won't make that mistake this life. And past life contracts keep coming and they try to hold us. Karmic ties, karmic debt that we need to eradicate and cut away from us. It's not our life. We're not living that life now. Fuck it. I don't care if you're a karmic soulmate. This is my life now. I don't care if you're a karmic soulmate. Yes, you are. I get it. That's great. But this is not making me happy. I'm going to do what makes me happy. That is the what I'm going to choose. Everything that you do and everything that you say and everything that you fail to do and everything you fail to say is going to affect your situation and everyone around you. And the only way that it's going to be a good outcome with a positive effect for everyone is if you're true to yourself. You know what it is. It feels good. It feels good. It doesn't feel sad. It feels good for you inside. If you could be completely 100% selfish, what would you choose? Who would you choose? What would the path be? Don't make your decision based on guilt, please. And I'm talking even if this is your child in front of you. Don't make your decision based on guilt. A lot of times people will stay in relationships for their children. It's the worst thing you could possibly ever do. You never, ever want to do that. You're teaching a child to stay somewhere they're not loved. And you're teaching a child to accept that kind of a relationship. And you're robbing them of what they should have. My daughter has a little boy that's incredible. His father is not in his life at all. His stepfather is about to adopt him. And he is the most amazing person. The gift my daughter was given. Absolutely. It's not his real father. My surrogate family, I love them. They're my surrogate family. They're not blood. Don't be obligated. Don't feel obligated. Don't be manipulated, canoodled, berated, shamed. What do you want? If you can't be true to yourself, you will never be true to anyone else. Gosh, I can barely see right now. Now that I open my eyes, it's so bright. That's a message. Once you open your eyes, you'll see it'll be bright. New love. Many messages in this new love. I always see the same picture. She's annoyed. He's saying, I'm sorry. He's holding that rose out. He's come back from battle. He is the Grail Knight. Now, he may not be saying he's sorry. He may be the Grail Knight who has never felt worthy. And he kneels before her as the Grail Knight with his brokenness at her feet and says, this is who I am. This is all of who I am. He sees himself like this. She sees this. He doesn't look at her and see rags. She may feel that way. He sees a princess. This is a situation where what I'm looking at, I gotta recharge our phone because right now you guys need to be recharged too, apparently. What I'm looking at are two completely different cultures. And remember I talked to you about the one who felt like a movie star and one who made the other feel like a movie star and one who made you feel less than. These two are crossing boundaries. They're not letting status, position, money, finances get in the way. They're not letting different lifestyles. This person is a knight in a royal court. She's a beggar woman who takes care of herself. She's a hard worker. He's a valiant, honorable man. Spirit is saying, don't allow their differences to keep you apart. That is what's drawing you together. You both have strength. You both have honor. You both have valor. Accept this rose. Do not be ashamed or fearful to give this rose if this was flipped. Now, there may be somebody stepping into your life that's completely new. You had no idea. It could be neither one of these people, right? Maybe there's somebody new. I keep being shown 3 signs. One of them is an earth sign, and I don't know anybody that's an earth sign, but apparently they're coming into my life. I see a fire sign, a water sign, and an earth sign. It's really bizarre. So there could be a new person that steps in, and they pull at your heart. Give them a chance. Or is love coming into my life? Yep, you wouldn't believe it, and it's going to come when you least expect it. Oh my God, I don't look my best. Like right now, my face is broken out, right? It's healing, but I don't look very good. I'm thinking, great, that'll be the time that I meet the love of my life, right? Ha! You'll show up now. It shows up when it's supposed to show up, and it doesn't matter what you look like, and it doesn't matter what your position of wealth is, or your job, your standing in the community. You may be in a place of feeling shamed about something. You may have gossip about you. People may be talking behind your back. You will come together exactly when you're meant to come together because of all of those things. Somebody who people talk shit on, you're going to go to that one. You don't care about what they're saying. You don't care what your friends are saying about this person. You know where you want to be. Nothing is, I just keep seeing the vast difference between these two. And the one that looks like they have the most in a worldly perspective is kneeling before the one who looks like they don't have much. But you look at this one, I resonate with this one. She's wearing the colors of truth and innocence and purity and light. She's a hard worker. She doesn't give a shit what you think of her. This is the white crane person. This is the one that doesn't care about keeping up with the Joneses. I don't care what you're wearing. I don't care what your Gucci bags and your parties and your jet set lifestyle. I don't care about that. I'm doing my work. I work hard. I carry myself like a princess, even though I wear rags. This is Cinderella. There's a Cinderella story happening here. I think it's pretty freaking cool. It could be both, right? This could be the man that's the Cinderella. Whatever it is, the feelings are mutual. Or are you trying to stop yourself? Because look at her considering. Maybe you need to take a second look at something that you overlooked. Or maybe, wow, where'd you come from? Look at you left. You left me like this, and now you're here? Spirit says, just wait, slow your roll. Everything happened for a reason. Hear him out. Look what you did. This is what was left because of what happened. Yeah, and look how strong you are. And because of what you went through, you learned to love yourself and knew that you could do it by yourself. And that is why you're being drawn together. Because you have now done your work. You know who you are. You know that this has nothing to do with what the physical exterior is. This is all about your strength and your knowing and your self-love. Oh, excuse me. I'm just wearing this right now. This person could actually be presenting themselves this way and be very, very wealthy. And this one could be presenting or could have presented themselves this way and had nothing. In my dream, when my twin, or whoever this is, I don't want to say twin anymore. I'm sick of the whole twin thing. The one that comes forward to me, I saw it. I saw the ending already. He steps out from the shadows and he says to me, yes, I was watching you, but I wasn't hiding anything from you. I wasn't keeping anything from you. I just needed to know that you loved me for who I was and not for what I had. And that person had way more than I ever realized. I know this dream. I've lost the dream, but it's burned into my head. The person was way more well-read, way more spiritually connected, way more, they had more of an ability. They had more of everything that I ever even imagined. But I had always just loved them. I had always just loved them for what I saw inside of them. And I was blessed because what I got was everything. And see, that's what Spirit's telling you. You may end up losing your job, losing your house, having to rent a really shitty place right now. But when you are with who you're meant to be with, and it's real, and you are working and with spirit, you will be successful. You will not stay there. Or you, maybe just somebody saw the diamond in the rough, and you're going to be blessed. My whole body got chills right then as I said that. Somebody saw the diamond in the rough, and you're going to be blessed. There's so many amazing things that are happening right now. This is like a fantastic, I love this reading. I'm a Pisces moon. I get part of this. Loyalty. And you know why? That's why you're getting it. Because of loyalty. This dog represents best friend, love, loyalty, protection. And she's holding on to that little dog with everything. Who are you loyal to, and why are you loyal to them? Is this that wealthy person that's squeezing you to death and you feel like you're going to choke, got a chokehold on you? They are the ones with all the money, and that's why you're staying there. Are you loyal because of the money? Who do you give your loyalty to? Are you loyal to yourself? Are you loyal to your own path? I'm seeing something here. I'm seeing the patterns that don't mix. I know that's just a chair she's sitting on, but I'm seeing those patterns that I saw in my dream the other night. They don't mix. And that one's got a chokehold on that little puppy. So we can see it in a positive light too. We're mixing it all up, right? Those two don't look like they go together, but they do. That doesn't look like it goes together, but it does. Maybe somebody says, oh, she's a dog, or he's a dog. I love him. Don't you talk shit on him. And this dog is saying, I'm protecting her. Her arms may be around me, but I'm protecting her. And if you come at me, if you come at her, I'll rip you up. I'm protecting the one that I love, and my love is protecting me. We've got each other's back. I love this. I love loyalty. Listen to your inner voice. By staying true to yourself, you honor others. Remember, that's what the message was before. You can only make the right decision by being true to yourself. And if you're not true to yourself, you can't be true to others. This is your point of personal power. Friends with possibly more. I like this because to me, what I'm seeing here, you overlooked somebody. You maybe didn't think that you could be more than friends. We're different. We're too different. It can't work. But that person's so loyal to me. You're friends with possibly more. You want to have a relationship start in friendship. So maybe that's where you start. Maybe this one coming into your life is going to start out as a friendship and grow into something more possibly. Or maybe they'll just be a friend, and that's really cool, but it says possibly more. It depends on what you do with it, with what you get, because Spirit brings this to us. Here's the meeting, right? We've lined this up for you. What you do with it depends on, what happens depends on what you do with it. But what's so cool about this is loyalty is there. And loyalty is what I have to have in a friendship and what I have to have in love. Loyalty is, you can't go without loyalty. Loyalty to your cause, loyalty to your path. Maybe this is coming to you because this is coming to you. This love and this friendship and this protection is coming to you because you stayed loyal to your path. And Spirit is telling you, if you stay loyal to your path, you will have everything that you want. It's a fact. You need to trust in that. I also got the song from Lord, team. We're on each other's team. Spirit says, wait till you're announced. We've not yet used all our graces. We got something up our sleeve. The dogs will stay in chains, meaning the ones that are not meant to have this will not. Everyone's competing for a love they will not receive. So this one that's trying to hold on to this one, it's not going to happen. You're competing for a love that you're not going to receive. And remember, the cups got broke beneath our feet, but it wasn't my fault. That was the Grail Knight. The cups got broke beneath our feet. Wait, let me talk to you here. You don't understand what happened. You and I were both the victim. I didn't know either. There's so many messages in this. Damn. All right, you guys, I'm done. 1 hour and 35 minutes in. I'm curious to see what's coming forward. Bam. I'm going after I follow my heart, though. What it feels like, my spiritual path, loyalty, a true friend. I don't give a shit what you have and what you drive and what you don't drive. You're on your spiritual path and you stand for your truth and you speak your truth. You're the one. The one who doesn't keep the promise that he's not supposed to keep. The one who cuts the karmic tie, the karmic soulmate, and goes with what they truly feel. Because who wants somebody that they have to hold on to like that? And who wants to be somewhere where you're being chokeholded? You need to be free. You need to be friends. You have to be friends with your lover. Now, outside of love, if this is business, you're choosing a partner. You need to have a partner who's loyal. You need to have a friend who's loyal. Are your friends loyal to you? How do they treat other people? How do they speak? Are they people who act like they're entitled? Are they walking their walk and talking their talk? Are they spiritual on the outside, but on the inside ugly? Are they consumed with material needs and allow their spiritual path to falter? Are they embarrassed to talk about their spiritual beliefs in front of people? Are they ashamed of it? Are they loyal to their soul's path? If you let go, would they run away? Or would they come back because they're loyal to you? So let go. Don't chase. Don't put them on a leash. Allow them their freedom, and you should have the same. Because whoever comes together, whether it be friendship, business, or romance, it needs to come freely. It needs to be given. Love is not taken, it's given. Love is not tied down. Love is not forced. We are all free will agents. And you don't want somebody with you who doesn't want to be with you. All right, love you guys.